Hello everyone, and welcome to the Brickformula review of LEGO Set 10222, the Winter Village Post Office. It has 822 pieces for ages 12 and up, and it's from the Creator Series, and this set retails for $69.99. And before I continue, I would like to give a shout out to Bill8 Skywalker 310. He is the subscriber who had requested that I review this set, so everyone check out his channel. And moving forward, here in the front we see that the holiday season is starting a little bit early. And here on the side are the parts, and you'll see that towards the end of the video. And then on the top here we have the minifigures, more on that later. And as you can see, there's a lot to do here. And it looks like a really fun set too. So I'll talk about this set in more detail coming up. Here are the minifigures, and first up is the Postman. And take a good look at him because he's the hard working type. Very devoted. He will still deliver the mail even when there's 10 feet of snow outside. No details on the back here. But anyway, make sure you give him a good tip too. Not because he's hard working, but it's to ensure that all your LEGO packages arrive in a good condition next year. Next we have this pretty young lady who is a postal worker. And there we go. Although honestly, I don't remember seeing that kind of smile at the service window. But when you look at her alternate face, now that's more like it. That's the customer service that I remember. I'm just kidding. The people at my local post office are pretty nice people actually. And next we have this amazingly beautiful young lady. And she seems to be a frequent customer at the post office. And I gotta say, I'm starting to like this post office a lot because all they need now is an open bar and a happy hour. And then I'll have to consider going there myself. Next we have this musician who looks pretty familiar. He looks like those robbers from those police sets. And it's starting to feel like there's a crook in every set now. Who knows? You can never tell really. And you get a sticker for the banjo over here. So I was a little disappointed that it's not a printed piece. And next we have this guy here who makes me feel cold just by looking at him because he's pretty well dressed for the winter compared to everyone else. Although there is a little bit of a color clash here. And he looks pretty happy to shovel the snow, which is a first for me. I don't think I've ever been happy to do that. And next we have another musician who plays the saxophone, and he's a little bit underdressed. Now you probably notice that he cannot really use the saxophone properly, and the reason why is because you have to twist his hand a little. And I'm not the bullying type, but that's what you have to do to get this to work. And there we go. See? Much better now. You can put that right up to his mouthpiece there. Okay? And finally we have this kid here who's got this black whip, which is a little weird, and he's pretty happy about it too. Now I've seen some of the pictures. There's a bone over here at the end of the whip, and maybe this is just a leash, who knows. I just find it strange that it's in the hands of a kid. I do think that this is better off in the hands of this young lady. Yow, there we go. Now honestly, I'm not really into that, but for her I might consider an exception. I'm just kidding. I'm not really into the whipping stuff, especially after my bachelor party. But finally, we have this dog here, who doesn't look like he's being abused, so I guess all is well then. So now let's take a look at all the other neat stuff in the set. First, we'll take a look at the Postman's vehicle, because this thing is really nice. It looks like an antique, and there it is from the front, and we get a sticker here to go for the license plate, although it looks like it's going to fall off any time now, so might as well not bother with that. Here's the side, and over here we have a piece to hold some snowshoes, and we get a stick over here, and here is the back, and you'll notice that we have two presents inside, which looks pretty nice. I guess that only means only 2 kids were nice this year. That's not good. No more black whips for you guys. Here's the side, and here's the top, and I found this to be a little strange because he has the mailbag up there out in the open. So that means when it rains or snows, this guy will be delivering water. I guess no tip for him then. There's the bottom, not much. And this part can come off. It's only attached by those 4 studs over there. And there's plenty of space to put them in. Nice and easy. And there we go. Pretty neat, right? Let's take a look at the pavilion and the bench. This is what you get to build first in the instruction book, which is just a simple bench over some snow here. Okay, it's really nothing hard to this design, and this is the perfect place to sit if you want to get frozen. And next you get to build this really cool looking pavilion. Check it out. It's pretty hollow inside, but the details on the outside is really nice. And there it is all around, and there's the top. And there's the top view, and it's pretty round. It's really nice. It'll probably work as a standalone set too. And it's a really ideal place to put your musicians inside, and even the carolers from the Winter Village Toy Shop set too. So that's a nice touch. Now to take a look at the post office. Now I took away the base plates, this way you can see that it looks pretty good on a white surface. After all, it is snowy. And here's the front view of the post office, and it looks pretty nice. Here's the side where you have some stones for the chimney. We have this little tree here. And there's the back. And I'll talk about that later. And here's the other side where we have this really weird looking lamp. Although that's probably how they looked like back in the day. And you'll notice that we have some icicles here hanging by the window. We got 2 mailboxes, and we have more icicles here on the sides of the bay window over there too. And over here is the operating hours. You get a sticker over there. Both of these windows can open, and so can the door. And the roof can move a little bit. They're not really on there securely, but just want to point that out. And now to take a closer look at the inside. It's really furnished and looks really, really good too. This is the light switch, and I'll show you what that looks like in the dark later on. Up there is the little tiny break room, good for one person. You have a cup of nothing over there. And down here, this is the service desk, and on that white flat piece over there, that's where you put the price sheet for the stamps, which is ridiculous. Let me show you real quick. It's like $1, $1.50, $2. You notice that there's a comma there too. It's probably a misprint. But it's pretty expensive to send stuff around. I guess nobody's getting presents this year. And then over here, we have a mail bag and some letters. And we have a bin for some packages and whatever. And unlike today's post offices, this one has a fireplace. So if you don't know where the mail is going to go, you can just burn it and no one will ever know about it. And now to show you this thing in the dark. And there it is. It's not very bright. It might actually look better if it lit up the other side too, but you only get one light brick. You can probably move it a little bit closer to the middle, but it might help a little. And as you may have noticed earlier, you can move the light brick up and down, and that's the effect that you get when you adjust it. See? Pretty neat, right? And now on to the recommendations. Overall, I'd say that this is a really good set, and starting to value, I'd say it's excellent because you're talking about 8.5 cents a piece, and I'm not going to argue with that. I like that. And when it comes to the play value, well, you get a really detailed post office, and it comes with pretty much all the playable features you can expect with a post office too. And as an added bonus, you get this little bench here, and you get this really cool looking pavilion too for the musicians there. So it is a really nice set. And you get 7 minifigures. Can't go wrong, really. And it's a nice addition to your existing Winter Village sets if you have them. And on a final note, this will actually look good as a display piece too, especially over the holidays. You can put it over the fireplace, or maybe underneath the Christmas tree if you have a railroad track over there. And I think overall, I think you'll like it. And that sums up my review. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.